Hi there, good people. 2022 has been a great year so far when it comes to new notebooks that aren't your traditional clamshell design. Lenovo's latest iteration of the dual-screen laptop is no exception, and while the form factor is weird in more than one way, this might be the ultimate productivity multitasking machine. Our reader unit is equipped with Intel's mainstream i7-12700H, 32GB of DDR5 RAM and a 1TB SSD, and houses all of this hardware in a sleek aluminum chassis. Housing a much wider display than usual also directly influences the form factor. So while the ThinkBook is as wide as most 17-inch laptops, it is considerably narrower. Weight is definitely more reminiscent to smaller devices than your usual 17-inch productivity laptop, like Dell's XPS 17 for example. Build quality feels alright and premium enough, and the chassis is sturdy with only minimal flexing overall. Lenovo didn't skimp when it came to equipping the ThinkBook with ports, and in addition to two USB-A 3.2 Gen 1 ports, you get two USB-C ports, with one of them being Thunderbolt 4, while the other is a 3.2 Gen 2 variant. Both can be used for charging and carry a DisplayPort signal. To add another display, beamer or TV, Lenovo added an HDMI to the port array in the back of the laptop. While the productivity-focused notebook does not offer best-in-class Wi-Fi performance, transfer rates are both fast enough and very stable. Since a device of this category is more likely to be used in small offices or while working from home, Lenovo did their homework from the past 2 years and equipped the ThinkBook with a 2-megapixel camera. That offers a much clearer image compared to most other notebooks currently on the market. In terms of maintenance options, you can remove the bottom panel with relative ease. Upgrade options are limited to the SSD, since both the memory and Wi-Fi module are soldered to the motherboard. If you want to have a look inside the Lenovo, please make sure to head on over to our written review. Keyboard aficionados expecting a true ThinkPad keyboard might be disappointed, but for all but the most diehard fans, the ThinkBook keyboard is actually pretty good. It offers a pronounced pressure point and decent travel, given the slimmer chassis. The trackpad is also quite spacious, offers smooth navigation and feels very responsive, additionally aided by the main screen's 120Hz refresh rate. Speaking about the display, or rather displays, the ThinkBook's main screen leaves hardly anything to be desired. Average brightness at almost 400 nits should be sufficient for almost all offices these days, and while contrast is only average, the high resolution and refresh rate and solid numbers for color gamut coverage should even please graphic designers, photographers or other artists in visual professions that need a lot of screen real estate with good color reproduction. While the main screen already offers a lot, the second might not be of the same quality, but simply offers more space and a ton of additional functionality. You can simply use it as a second screen like you would with any other external display. It is also pen enabled, and the pen is conveniently stored within the ThinkBook's chassis itself. I even tested the setup for Photoshop, and while I probably wouldn't use the setup for an high-end edit, I could totally see myself doing some corrections or work on a quick portrait or the like. I personally found it incredibly useful for messaging apps, while working on scripts or tests for the laptops currently in the studio. It is really amazing how much you can improve productivity by having all of your windows side by side and visible at a glance, rather than having them stacked on top of each other. Should you be anchored in the Lenovo and Motorola ecosystem, you can also use their Ready For functionality to completely mirror your phone to the second display. This is also exceptionally useful when working from home and you don't want to reach for your phone to check your messages or have a quick break on Instagram, Twitter or TikTok. Overall, the second screen is well implemented from the software side of things too, even though there have been a few moments where it has been a bit glitchy with some additional functions. But those have been few and far between, and overall it really added considerably to the user experience. Despite its slim form factor, the ThinkBook offers quite the punch in terms of CPU horsepower with Intel's mainstream performance chip, the i7-12700H. While you should be aware that the chip will not run at its full potential, it offers a lot more computing muscle than your usual run-of-the-mill office notebook. Since most of those run on low-power CPUs, the dual-screen notebook offers very speedy system performance in comparison, further aided by the fast memory and SSD. Should you find yourself in the before mentioned content creator user group, The ThinkBook is very well equipped for CPU-dependent apps like Photoshop, Illustrator and Capture One, just to name a few, that are also uniquely suited to take advantage of the immense screen real estate and multitasking capabilities of the ThinkBook. Unfortunately, Lenovo doesn't offer any SKUs with dedicated GPUs, which would have enabled some light video editing or even some widescreen gaming. Instead, the ThinkBook has to rely on Intel's integrated Xe graphics, which is alright for general productivity and multimedia tasks, and even some light GPU accelerated content creation apps that you can find in the Adobe Creative Suite, for example. In balanced mode, the fans come on from time to time, but only with a very subtle and unobtrusive noise profile, and therefore should hardly be a problem for anybody. Under full load and in performance mode, the ThinkBook can get quite audible, which might be a downside to using such a powerful CPU in such a slim chassis. That said, I personally was never bothered by fan noise at all, even when editing some images in Photoshop and Capture One. Another drawback of the powerful Intel processor is battery life. Only 5 hours and 20 minutes in our standard Wi-Fi test isn't something to write home about, even considering the second screen. Alright folks, time to wrap it up. Lenovo for sure put together a very unique laptop with the ThinkBook Plus and kinda created the all-in-one office notebook with tons of multitasking benefits. If you are stuck working from home and do not have the space for a full setup, then the wide main screen and second touchscreen are a godsend, and if you are into creative work without the need for a powerful discrete GPU, the i7 offers amazing performance in a slim, lightweight and well-made chassis. While the second screen isn't the best in its quality, the 21x10 main screen makes more than up for it. With very solid color reproduction, a smooth 120Hz refresh rate and solid specs in general. Overall, the dual screen idea is very well done here and really does make for a better user experience. If Lenovo can work out some of the quirks and maybe boost battery life with the next generation, this could be one of the best multitasking and productivity machines out there. As always, if you want to dive deeper into any topic I talked about, please feel free to check our detailed written review. My colleague Alan did a great job putting the ThinkBook through its paces, so please give his original article on the website a read. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider liking the video if you found it useful or entertaining, and please consider subscribing and check out some of our other reviews. My name is Alex, you have been amazing, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Take care.